So what is going on, guys, and welcome back to episode number 4 of our Stoke career mode on the PS4, and we're going to be kicking off this episode with a home game at the Britannia Stadium up against Norwich City. So it's a pretty difficult game, but hopefully we can come out on top and get the 3 points to take back onto the league table and hopefully help us climb up or maintain our position, as we're doing pretty well at the start of the season so far. And I just can't believe how good the graphics are on the PS4. The graphics are absolutely incredible, and I'm loving every minute of playing on it, and I'm loving every minute of editing the videos for you guys. As you see, we are currently sitting in 6th place on 9 points, but we're only 1 point off of about 3rd place, so we're doing extremely well. But we do have the first chance through a Summer Sadie here, or actually they have the first chance, sorry. They play a lovely ball over the top, but unfortunately with the wet surface it caught Shah out, and thankfully he does get back just to put Almanda off, and he scuffs his shot wide of the post. Thankfully Almanda was not warmed up, because I think we got away with that because it was pretty early on in the game, but because if it wasn't early on in the game, I reckon he could have made us pay for that. But they do have a very, very good chance here to make it 1-0, and a shock result could be on the table if they scored this. But they do get in front of Shah there, Houlihan, and it pulls off a very good save from Asmir Begovic to deny them from getting the first goal in this game. They do have another corner, and this time they do get the head on it once again. This time it's Almanda, but thankfully he couldn't direct his header on target, and his header could only fly past the post. And thankfully they did not have another chance for a long time until we had the ball, and this time we thought we decided to attack. And Jonathan Walters does extremely well, run down the wing, he takes on Bassong, he does, he should really be scoring from there, but unfortunately it's a very good save from Ruddy, and Batshuayi could not convert it into the back of the net, which is a very, very good block from the defender. But here, Glenn Whelan does extremely well to pick out Nzonzi, and Nzonzi skips past Garrido, plays an absolute delightful ball through to John Walters, and John Walters, first time, finds the back of the net past the on-rushing England goalkeeper, John Ruddy, and puts us 1-0 up at the Britannia Stadium. Extremely good goal there, as you see there. It wasn't the cleanest of contact from John Walters, but I'm not bothered how the contact was. It looked like he kicked it onto his other leg, and it ended up in the back of the net, but whatever happened, it ended up in the back of the net, and that's the most important thing for me, and I'm very, very pleased that we managed to get this goal, and hopefully that can calm the nerves a little bit in the 32nd minute, which was a good goal from John Walters, and it was actually his first goal in the Barclays Premier League. But we do have a very good chance here. Asadi runs down the wing, uses speed, gets past Garrido, gets past Bassong, but it does go out for a corner. Garrido does get back to stop us from getting a clean shot on goal. From the resulting corner, we do put a very good ball in the box. It was Glenn Whelan puts a good ball in the box. It comes to Shah. Shah does pretty well. It comes to Asadi. It does get blocked, and it goes out for another corner to us. This time from the corner, it was a wonderful ball put in the box. It comes to Batshuayi, and what a delightful header that is. Good power and accuracy on that to beat John Ruddy from the header, and puts us 2-0 up, and hopefully put a little bit of daylight between the two clubs, and hopefully we can sit back now and take the 3 points back to the league table, which would be always good to see if we could do that. So I'm very pleased that we managed to get that second goal, and it's good for our striker to gain a little bit more confidence, as that's his second goal in the Barclays Premier League now. I was hoping he would be scoring a little bit more, but I suppose he is creating the chances, and we're not losing the games either. We've gone unbeaten so far, even though they do have a very good chance here. Houlihan runs down the wing, put a lovely ball in the box. It comes to Geoff Cameron. He tries acrobatic clearance, unfortunately misses, and Almanda with a very, very good volley fires out and past Asmir Begovic, and unfortunately for us, we had no chance of defending that one. Geoff Cameron, I was very pleased with Geoff Cameron's attempts to actually try and put his foot through that from the acrobatic attempt, but unfortunately it doesn't come off for him, and Almanda does punish us for a brilliant volley there and puts it past Asmir Begovic. Really, in all actual fact, I don't think Begovic could do anything about that. It was a good volley, power and accuracy into the roof of the net, and that was how the game finished. We ended up winning that one 2-1, and another 3 points we added on to the league table, which is very, very good to see. And Asmir Begovic does play very well in that game, as does Batshuayi, and I'm very, very pleased with the squad of how we've the squad that we've actually put together. I'm very pleased with it. I think the only downside is the injury side, but I think sooner or later we will get all our players back from injury, and hopefully, surely we can't have an injury every episode. So I'm very pleased that players are probably going to start coming back. As you see there, a player is returning from injury, and we do have a training injury, so we're going to have to look at that one. But Kevin Edwards, his overall is from 49 to 61, which isn't too bad, but his potential is from 78 to 94, which is very good. Unfortunately for us, we do have another injury. It was Peter Odemwingie this time. He does actually suffered a dislocated shoulder and will be out for 8 weeks, so not the best for us there. We do have another game up against Fulham here at Craven Cottage, but before that, as you see there, Marko Arnautovic does come back from injury, which is a very, very good sign, as I believe he could be a player that could really, really help me do well in the Barclays Premier League this season. But a difficult game here up against Craven Cottage. Their star man, Lewis Holtby, is going to be the man to stop, and hopefully we can do that with our pretty strong defence. I've decided to go with Shah instead of Huth in this game, mainly because both Huth and Shah are very, very good defenders. Even though Shah's not got the best rating, I still believe Shah is a better defender, mainly because he's quicker, he's stronger, and he's got a better heading accuracy, and he also has got a better play potential. So I think the more we play him, the more chances he has got to get very good potential and hopefully become our best player in the squad. But Jonathan Walters gets a good chance for us here, but unfortunately Stecklenburg does come up with a big boy save there to deny us getting an early lead in this game. But it was a pretty boring game, to be honest, and the next chance did come for us in the 45th minute. It was Cameron that runs on the wing, puts a good ball in the box. Jonathan Walters tries to get up, which does have a very, very good header on it, but unfortunately it just goes a little bit wide of the post, and does a little bit unfortunate there, because I thought that one was going to fly into the back of the net, but Stecklenburg was rushing her across the goal. I don't think he was sure whether it's going in or not, but the next chance does come to us once again in the 70th minute. Asadi runs down the wing, puts a lovely ball in the box, and look at this for a massive, great attempt from Batshuayi. Unfortunately, he does get a little bit too much power on it, and it flies over the crossbar, but if that went in, that would have been one of the goals of the season. An absolutely delightful attempt from him there, and it's very, very close, just going over the bar, and that was pretty much how the game finished. It was a pretty boring game, to be honest. Not much happened whatsoever in the game, and that was, as you can see, there's confirmation of the game finishing. Pretty boring game. And I thought we should have done better. I thought we should have converted, especially Jonathan Walters' chance in the 7th minute of the game, which I thought was by far our best chance, but Stecklenburg does come up with a big save, and I suppose Jonathan Walters, he's done pretty well. He got his shot on target, but unfortunately it wasn't good enough to beat Stecklenburg. As you see, that there's a replay there, and a pretty comfortable save for Stecklenburg. But as you see there, Hangland does get pretty much their best rating, and but we do get a very good rating from Shawcross and Cameron, both getting an 8.3 rating, which is always good to see when you get players in the high. Our last game of the episode is going to be the East Midlands derby, and it is Stoke up against West Brom. We are going to be playing at the Britannia Stadium, but unfortunately for us, we do have to pretty much change the whole squad for this one, as our players were pretty low on energy. I didn't want to risk their health, as I do know that we have had plenty of injuries, and it would be even worse if we start risking players low on health. So we decided to go with Shotton, Huth, Mark Mniesa, Wilkinson, and Nautovic is actually starting this game. Charlie Adam, Glenn Whelan, Bernat is playing on the wing. Jonathan Walters, we actually decided to change out, I believe, for Matthew Everington, and Agudelo leads the line up front. So Bernat, we've actually decided to play on the left wing this time. Even though he is a left back, I think he's capable of playing on the left wing because he's quick, and I believe he's quite good. He's got a good shot on him, so I believe he could play there, as Samai Saidi was not good enough, and I didn't really have another player because Nabil Bentaleb is out injured, as is Stephen Ireland, so I don't have another player to sit in the midfield role. But we do have the first chance early on in this game. It comes to Agudelo, who plays an extremely good ball out wide to Arnautovic. Arnautovic could go on and shoot, but he is very unselfish, puts a lovely ball in the box, and Matthew Everington is there to put his head on it, and a lovely diving header from Matthew Everington puts the ball past Ben Foster, and we get the early lead in the East Midlands derby, which is very, very good, as it's our first East Midlands derby as manager of Stoke City. So I was extremely pleased when that goal went in, and it the nerves started to settle after that goal went in, and actually he does extremely well, even though he's getting sandwiched in between the two West Bromwich Albion defenders. He does extremely well to get in between them and get a good header on that, and that is his first goal in the Barclays Premier League within 10 minutes of his pretty much his, I think that's his first debut for me, or his whole debut. But unfortunately for us, Glenn Whelan goes down, and another injury for us. He has got a broken ankle, so he's going to be out for 3 months. But it's not the worst case scenario, because Glenn Whelan is not the best player in the world. I do know Nabil Bentaleb will be coming back from injury soon, so hopefully Nabil Bentaleb will probably just step in as his place. I prefer Nabil Bentaleb to Charlie Adam, as I think he's a lot better player. Even though his ratings, 4 ratings below him, I still think he's a better player. But unfortunately we do get another injury, which is never good to see. But I'm not too bothered about that injury as I was about Arnautovic and Asidi. But we still have to try and up our game. But straight after that injury, Everington does very well to play the ball to Richardson. Richardson plays a lovely ball over top to Arnautovic, and Arnautovic just come back from injury, steps inside on his left foot and rifles a shot into the top corner, and that has pretty much settled the game. That, if the nerves wasn't settled, they're definitely settled now for the fans, and an absolutely scorcher of a goal from Arnautovic puts it past Ben Foster, leaving him no chance whatsoever to get to that one. He skips past one, skips past two, and unleashes a rifle shot through the legs of the defender past Ben Foster. As you see from the replay from behind the goal, Ben Foster had no chance whatsoever getting to that one, and that is why I keep saying how much we have to value Arnautovic, because he is that good a player. He is an absolutely incredible player, and that is why we have to keep him, and we cannot let him go, and we have to keep him as one of our highest paid players, so he doesn't want to leave the club either. So that was it. We had won our first East Midlands derby up against West Bromwich Albion. We won it pretty comfortable in the end. Matthew Everton and Marco Arnautovic was a rifle of a shot, winning us the game, and that is a very good episode, to be honest. As you see there, Marco Arnautovic does get an 8.7 rating and man of the match, but it's a good episode for us. We win 2 games and draw 1, and we're still unbeaten in the league, so that's very, very good to hear, and very good to see that we have not lost a game yet. As you see there, broken ankle, he is out for 3 months, so not the best for us there, but the good news is the following emails do confirm that Nabil Bentaleb will be coming back, especially we do get an international management offer from Ireland. I decided to stall it because hopefully a bigger nation will come in, and you will wait and find out. But a player returns from injury, and as you see there, Stephen Ireland also coming back from injury, as is Nabil Bentaleb. But this is the best email I've had so far this season. The next email, it really surprised me. The next email is an international management offer, and it is from the Giants France. That's right, guys, France want me to be their manager, and I did not hesitate to go ahead and accept this, as they've got Frank Ribery, Karim Benzema, Hugo Lloris, Koscielny. They have got heaps of good players in their team, and I cannot wait to play or be their manager, and hopefully I can lead them to success, and hopefully in the long run win the World Cup. Actually, here we do have a look at their squad. Bakary Sagna, Hugo Lloris, Sacco, Varane, Koscielny, Evra, Matuidi. But as you see there, we are now coming to the end of this episode, so please do not forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I hope to see you next time on whatever that episode might be. Bye bye.